Hey!
Yay!
Hey everyone, and welcome to a very, very super special hangout. As you can see, we have some very exciting guests. And Fred's just got up, but we'll wait.
He's spirit in the sky.
Yeah, he's like, you know what? I've decided I don't want to do this. I'm off. I'm done.
Yeah.
So there we
Here we
go.
go.
Just have to try this.
He's here. So as you heard,
I can hear you, Alexandra. You're the only one that I can hear now.
Oh no.
No. Oh.
We're going to have to communicate with like text or something.
Yeah. I can tell you, Fred, when it's something important.
Okay.
And nod your head. So we just opened the hangout with Would I Lie, which is the latest single by you guys and Electric Fields, which is off your new album, which is out on Friday.
It's crazy. Oh, so excited.
We are so excited. This has been like since last year. I can speak, I think, on behalf of like the fans. We're like, come on, where is it? And here it is. But I think like before we start talking about the album, shall we maybe take it back to the beginning and just talk about even before KEiiNO? Because I know that you, Alexander, and Tom have Melody Grand Prix history. So it's almost like written in the stars for you guys to like come together. So can you tell us about your past participation in Melody Grand Prix?
I tried out for Melody Grand Prix in 2013. I was in the semifinals with a song in Norwegian. It's like a very guitar ballady. Yeah, it's something very different than Spirit in the Sky. And then I also I tried it for a second time to reach Eurovision in 2018. And that was when I really saw how extremely good Alexandra is, because she was competing as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, yeah, I was in Melody Grand Prix in 2018, the same year as Tom, with a song called You Got Me with the Norwegian rapper Stella Mwangi. And that was really cool because I also was in the junior version of Melody Grand Prix when I was 14. So I really, really wanted to be with the adults. So I thought that was really cool. But yeah, that's when me and Tom met for the second time, because we actually wrote a song together way back when I was younger.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's super cool. And so you heard her voice and you thought, wow, she's amazing. I have to work with her. Or Spirit.
Yeah, it was because, actually this was just a few months after Norwegian Melody Grand Prix. I actually already had booked a ticket to see to Eurovision in Lisbon together with my husband, and I think it was during the time in Lisbon I was like, I really want to be a part of Eurovision, and so should I try for the third time? But then I was quite sure that I wouldn't do that alone, and we actually thought about. We had an idea for a theme, and we started to work on a song. And it was quite clear for us from the beginning that we wanted to write a song and perform a song about the battles won for being able to be different than the majority. And so I started, and also I really wanted to work with a Sami songwriter and artist, because I just experienced how you can mix joik and the Sami language with Norwegian, and that was beautiful, or with English. So I got in touch with Fred, and and he liked the idea, and then we knew that we wanted to have a strong female singer to be the leader of the pack in a way. And and I knew from Alexander was on top of our list, because I knew that one, she's really professional, and two, she's got the best pop voice in Norway. So it was
Stop
quite clear.
Oh, you.
So kind words. Thank you.
I mean, it's the truth. It's the truth. And luckily, she liked both the idea and the song. So.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, I've always kind of felt different in a way. Never kind of fit into the pop mold. Always been fighting for that. I want to be who I can be, and to be like someone that other people can look up to, and see that it's okay to be different. You can do whatever you want, no matter what people say. That was something I proudly would be a part of. So yeah, I'm really happy that I got the opportunity to be a part of a band that supports those ideas.
Yeah, I think what I love about Spirit in the Sky, other than the song being an absolute banger, I love that it kind of tells the story of like acceptance and within minority groups. And as you said, Tom, like celebrating the battle to actually just be yourself, like, and I think as a group, you guys represent that as well. You're all so different, but you come together and it works so well. Like, do you have situations in the past where you've had these personal battles or you haven't fit into a box?
Well, I've definitely growing up in the quite conservative part of the country. It was really hard for me to accept that I wasn't straight when I was growing up, and I think that was because I had this idea that in order to fit in this, especially in this community, I needed to get a wife, 2.5 kids, and a station wagon. And I think that was one of the reasons. And even though I didn't, my family is not very religious, and I knew that, or I back then I didn't think that would be a problem, but it was still this internal fight that I wanted to be like everybody else. So I didn't come out before I was 27 when I met Alex, and of course that was like a huge relief. And also then it was like, why did I just do this much earlier? But you never know. Like, I think if I hadn't, then I probably wouldn't have met Alex, and I probably wouldn't have all the things that I have today. So it's I think life is a journey, and it's difficult to look back into really to say that I could have done something different.
Yeah. And what about, so we'll go with Fred. Maybe, I don't think he can hear me. Can anyone ask him about like what are maybe some battles he has faced?
Har du lydføre? Hører du alle?
Yeah. Hear you and Tom.
No. Okay. So the question is, what has happened to us earlier that kind of has been a battle or a struggle?
Have you felt that
yeah. What did you say, Tom?
Yeah, if you have any story about not fitting in.
Yeah, I am Sami, and we have a history in Norway that the Samis weren't allowed to speak our language or to perform our joik or to show our cultural backgrounds until 1980. There were a lot of years, and we have a history in Norway that we weren't allowed to do that. So also when I grew up, I had some struggles, especially when I played football and came to the bigger cities. The people were still looking at the Samis almost like garbage. And until I was done in high school and the college, I felt like we were accepted as just like normal Norwegians here in Norway. Yeah.
Wow, that is so long.
So this the opportunity I had with KEiiNO was to take the joik back and show it to the rest of the world with proudness. And pride. Yeah.
And Alexander, what about you? Have you got any kind of battles that you have faced growing up, or even in the industry?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a girl, so of course there's a lot of battles just there. But I've always been I've been doing music because it makes me happy. I've never done it because I wanted to become famous, or I've never tried to change anything about me. And there was one time I was in the studio where the producer, he just told me that, Alexandra, you cannot do this. You do not look like you should do in the pop mold. You do not sing the way you should. So to finally be able to speak up and speak for myself and do what I love without anyone telling me different, that was just, it's like a dream come true. Just being able to shut the doors and leave them behind. So yeah.
That is crazy. So that's what the message behind you guys as a group as well is just kind of giving a voice and showing that, you know, there may be obstacles, but, you know, here we are, we got this. I wanted to talk about the Sami rap because I heard a story that in the original version of Spirit in the Sky, there was a Sami rap verse. Is that true?
I don't think Fred is. Yeah, but it was actually up until the last, the very last week of before Spirit in the Sky had to be, the final version had to be submitted. The middle eight was a rap part and not a joik part. But something happened in the studio when we actually with Stig at NRK. He suggested, said like, what about like just adding a joik? But back then, like Fred hadn't been joiking publicly, just for the kids in the kindergarten. But it was so amazing in the studio to hear Fred like bring that amazing, like really honest, really natural, raw sound. And when I heard that, it was like, okay, this is going to be amazing.
There's actually an image where I hear Fred joik for the first time, and you can see that I'm all like, it's just like, what is happening? It was amazing. Tom and I, we had like goosebumps all over, and we knew that it had to be like that, like no other way.
So we didn't get to hear. Oh, sorry, we're going to say something, Tom.
No, just like even, and I know that a lot of people have asked or that are really eager of hearing Fred's rapping. I can just like we can say so much that on the album on Friday, people just have to listen to the album, buy the album, and then you'll get some great Sami rap as well.
Yeah.
I just want to say I've heard Fred rapping before, because I think at the end of Eurovision last year at Euro Club, I went up to Fred and I was like, we need that rap.
Yeah.
Bust it out.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's so cool.
For sure. So yeah, that featured on the original version of Spirit in the Sky. And Tom, you literally took the question out of my mouth. I was going to say, we didn't get it on Spirit of the Sky, so are we going to get it on the album out on Friday?
Yes, we're going to get Fred's rap on the album.
He's like, oh, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah. Do you hear me, Fred? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Clear.
So he's talking about your rapping and the original version of Spirit in the Sky, that he heard your rap and wondered if there was supposed to be any other rap on our album.
Yeah, definitely. There will be.
And maybe there's also going to be another rapper on the album.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Okay. We love that. It's good. Are you talking about yourself?
What?
Are you talking about yourself?
Maybe I am.
I'm not
No,
rapping.
it's me, JC.
Yeah.
So the album is called, I don't know how to OKTA, Octa. And that means
Octa, yeah, it's called Octa.
Right?
Fred, can you tell the world what Octa means?
Yeah, the word Octa means one in Sami, number one. Yeah.
First album, number one. We get it. I like it.
Coincidence?
And how important is it for you guys to always keep kind of your indigenous and Sami culture present, like naming the band after it and naming the album?
I can give that. Shall I say, Fred? Fred, he asks us if it's how important it is for us to keep the or to show the Sami culture and to have the Sami presence in both our in our name, the album name, and in our songs.
It's important for me, and for us to show that the Sami music have also been evolving like the rest of the music in the world, and that Sami music isn't just joik, but we have many genres like pop music, like rock, like hip hop, and it's very important for us because I really want to show the rich Sami culture for the rest of the world, because it's for many years it's been like forgotten in Norway. So I want to, keep on fighting for the Sami culture and show the culture. And that's why I just rap in Sami and sing in Sami and also use the joik. Yeah.
I have a question, because Sami culture isn't necessarily just specific to Norway. It is something like across all of the Nordics. So would it be something, I wonder if you guys are looking forward to possibly seeing some of the other Scandinavian, Nordic countries, maybe taking a page out of your book and incorporating more joiking, and maybe possibly having more Sami representation, and not only maybe the songs, but the staging when they're at things like Eurovision in general?
Very short answer for yes. There we have plans to, and that's a good thing. Like with the Sápmi being like in the both like the Samis in Sweden, in Finland, in Russia, and also on Octar, on our new album, we have some collaborations with other indigenous artists from other cultures, but we would definitely want to work with other Sami artists as well, and because they are like Fred is Northern Sami, but you have Southern Sami and you have Lule Sami, both in Norway. So of course it is like the traditions are different from each part, and also the joiking style is different from each part. So there's a lot of things to explore, and at least and also to shine a light on, because it is one. I think indigenous cultures are endangered in a way, because like and I think to bring that into modern pop music is the best way of preserving it. It's trying to make it live on and actually making it accessible for young kids today. Hearing joik for the first time, now they know what it is, and hopefully they can enjoy that in a sense.
And just see how many people who had questions about joik when we were traveling in all the pre-parties, and in Australia people are like, what is that amazing sound? And it's so powerful, and people were just like, we love joiking, so of course we want to keep on doing that, showing that to the world every day, every hour.
Yeah, like you guys are literally, without realizing, you're creating bangers, but you're also preserving indigenous languages, cultures. You're almost protecting them from, like you said, Fred, that up until recently, like you couldn't joik or something, like, or speak Sami. And what you're doing, you're creating bangers, preserving the cultures, and you're pushing it forward for like another generation. So that's pretty cool. Really, really cool.
Miceal, chill out. They can come out with a ballad too. We don't
we will allow a ballad.
We can get a ballad too.
I think it's time for a ballad soon. Actually, we had our first, but not actually. Well, we can say that there was a first review of the album today, published today in German. So if you know German, then you can go read a bit about the songs on the album for the first time. It's on Musikminute or something like that. But I can say so much that there isn't a ballad on the album. Still, it was actually more, and I think I really didn't take a notice of that before the end. Like, oh, we haven't got any any ballads.
We're too much of dancers. We love dancing so much that we can't.
But there will be a ballad soon, I think.
Of course, and it's gonna be nice. I think.
I would love a ballad with Jon Henrik. I'm gonna. Can anyone? Yeah, Alesia, can you pronounce his name because I'm about to butcher it here.
Jon Henrik Falgren, but yeah.
Yeah, they want us to do it with Jon Henrik Fjällgren, Fred.
Can we try to find a Sami girl?
Oh.
Hey.
For anything.
Even though I like Jon Henrik Fjällgren, I think he's a nice guy, so we could do that. But I would prefer a girl to make a ballad with a.
To make the new ABBA.
Yeah.
Balance
is important. Yeah.
There was a singer, Loreen, after she won, she did this television series in Sweden where they actually have like a pop, like mainstream artist, like go to like a Sami village or something, and then they like make a song. And the song ended up being performed, like, I think for the queen or maybe one of the princesses' birthdays or some type of celebration. But it is on YouTube, and the female vocalist, the Sami, is a female Sami vocalist. So maybe we need to find her. Let's find her because she was killing it.
Yeah,
she's got experience.
Oh, yeah, there are some great female Sami artists. We have some names on the list, and I know Fred has some ideas of who we're going to work with in the future. So,
yeah,
Awesome.
I love that you guys, like I said, are preserving indigenous and maybe endangered languages. And I know we have a quiz to do, so I'll stop talking in a second. But I mean, for me, in Ireland, our language, Irish, Gaelic, it's dying out slowly. So seeing what you're doing by incorporating it with like popular bangers, it's like that could be a direction that we could go down. Even for Eurovision, for example, you guys make it work, and we could lead by your example, you know? So,
yeah, Gaelic is really beautiful. So I really hope to hear that.
You hear that, Irish television? KEiiNO says it's cool. Let's do it.
Yeah, that's fine. I've been saying it. Miceal, witness. I've been saying, like, I don't understand why y'all just don't bust out some Gaelic. I mean, Enya's doing it. Come on. We're into it.
We are. But guys, and everyone in the chat, I think it's time to hand over to Adele because we're about to play the big Norway at Eurovision quiz. It's Eurovision Hub, me and Alesia versus KEiiNO. So
I already know who's going to win this. Yeah. Oh, but we're on team. Tom, are we on team?
Yes, are we team?
Woo-hoo.
Yeah.
So Alexander and Tom versus me and Alesia.
Okay.
Good.
Yes. Oh.
I'll leave it to you, Tom.
What's going on?
It's a quiz.
We're gonna have a quiz.
He's like, what's happening?
Yeah, okay, so I'm just gonna say first that as a Norwegian, I didn't personally know all the answers to this, so maybe it's hard, maybe it's not, maybe I'm just a bad Norwegian. But first, you're gonna have to have a sound. When you know the answer, you're gonna do the sound, make the sound. So, KEiiNO, what is your sound? Something
what's our
random.
sound, Alexandra?
It has
That's a long
joik.
one.
Okay.
Okay. Was that a sheep? Was that like a sheep?
Yeah.
Okay. That's KEiiNO.
That's it. Okay.
What does Fred? What does a reindeer say?
Ooh, nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Try it again, Alexander.
Moo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, that's our sound.
Okay, great.
That sound.
And now Eurovision Hub, Miceal and Alesia.
Alesia, what can our sound be?
A ding.
I do. Okay.
Okay, so are you ready for this
So
quiz?
ready.
Yep.
KEiiNO, you're going down. I'm just kidding.
Okay, so first question. What songs have brought Norway to victory in Eurovision?
Oh,
Okay, Tom. I think Tom was first.
La det svinge or Let It Swing, and Nocturne by Secret Garden, and of course I'm in love with a fairy tale.
Yes, very good. Of course. Yeah, I also knew that one. Yeah, second question. In what year did Norway first participate in Eurovision?
A ding.
Alesia?
1960.
Correct.
Yeah!
You should have known that.
Knew the answer.
Come on, Alesia. That's my gal.
Documentaries, I'm telling you, documentaries.
Okay, so next question. How many last places in the finals has Norway ended up with?
Oh, I'm scared.
Oh,
Okay, Tom?
7.
Can we
I-
steal?
It's more.
Do you know? I think I know.
I think I know. Shall
Wait,
we
okay,
try?
you go, Miceal.
9?
Correct. Yeah, it's the country with the
Alexandra, come on.
Yeah. I'm just in the middle, like in the, I don't know. Okay.
most. Okay, so what was Norway's most recent top 5 placements?
Oh,
Yeah, Tom?
Feed You My Love by Margaret Berger.
Yeah.
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 Fifth place. Yeah.
Great. Okay.
Oh.
5.
Where is Margaret?
Yeah.
I would love that song is everything.
I know.
I still listen to it.
Yeah.
It hasn't aged. It hasn't aged. It's still
Hasn't aged a
right?
day.
You know, on this Saturday, I'm actually gonna do a cover of it on Norwegian TV with pyro and everything. That's gonna be cool. Mm.
Okay, ready for next question. In 2019, Norway won the televotes with how many televoting points?
A ding.
Miceal.
First of all, congratulations, guys. I just feel like
Come through.
Can I just give it a guess
Thank
before you try it? Or
Yeah,
do you
go on.
actually know it? I think you actually
I
know
know
it.
it.
Norway, are you ready? You got 291 points. Was that correct?
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, cool.
Wow.
Just checking.
can we talk about that moment? Like, what was running through your mind? Like,
I don't remember. I remember that I think all 3 of us were kind of drunk, actually, because we had vodka on Israeli TV and they were always pouring wine in our glasses. And we were like, okay, we did okay, so now we can relax. But I mean, it was just a shock. Like, after getting the jury votes being like in the bottom, we were just, what did we do wrong? But then we saw that all the hard work that we had put into the preparations before Eurovision, it actually gave us something back. The audience liked us, and it's just like a big family that, sees your performance. That was really cool.
yeah, for sure. It was so well deserved. And I feel like maybe people don't agree, but at Eurovision, we should like have a segment where we say, oh, congratulations, Norway has won the televote. You know, we should recognize that because everything moves so quickly. And I think that is a big win, the public vote. You know, like we should have a little moment to say, congratulations, Norway, you've won the public, you know, because
It didn't hit, I feel like it didn't hit me until like after. Like it was like after everything went down, it was like, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
I know what to tell about. Like it was like, oh great. I mean, y'all already know. I mean, I had it in my top 10 and everything, so you know.
Yeah, I think for the TV audience, like if I was a TV producer, and if you're still keeping like a jury vote and the audience vote, it would make sense that it's actually the audience vote that are announced, because think of all the million people around Europe that have actually spent time and money and actually in voting. That's the you want to hear what you've contributed to. Like, you don't want to hear what like 4 people or 5 people in the jury have actually given the points. And not not saying, of course, it's not just because then we would have gotten all the points in Tel Aviv. But I'm like on a general notice, and then of course the juries can be at the end kind of like, okay, and now the juries will cast their votes. It's like, it's still their votes will count, but it's just like not.
Yeah.
Because like Alesia said, everything goes so quickly in the voting that you see that you guys got 291 points, but you are never told that you are the winners. You know, it's never told to us.
We were told in the after party, like the fans approached us and they were like, you know, you won the public vote, right? And I was like, what the? Are you serious? Did we? Yeah.
4 in the morning.
So, yeah, 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what are you saying?
I just want to say the cab game in Tel Aviv was so rough that, like, I don't know about y'all, but I was like stranded at Euro Club, and it was like the sun was rising, and I'm like, I would really like to go to sleep now.
Yeah,
So,
same.
like,
We were so tired.
Yeah, full club gear, 7 a.m., sun shining, all of us outside of Euro Club, just like, oh, I guess it's all over.
Weird.
Sorry, Adele. We can continue.
Okay. What was the Norwegian entry in 2010 when the contest was held in Oslo?
I think
Miceal?
My Heart Is Yours
Yeah.
By, do you know?
by that guy with.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
It's not that deep.
Yeah, something like that.
Didrik Solik. Didrik Solikan.
Yeah.
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 Correct. Okay. Next one. When was the last time Norway participated with a song in Norwegian?
Oh.
1996 Nocturne.
No, it's
It's more recent, is it? Oh, yeah.
it's more recent. Yeah.
Was that? I don't want to say. I don't know if I'm right.
Like a late 90s, Alesia. Is that what you're thinking?
I'm thinking.
Try send.
I'm sending it to you. Look at my.
Wait. A ding.
Yeah.
Is it like in Athens?
Yeah. 06.
06. Hi.
06.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's correct. 2000.
I'm so sorry, Tom. I don't know this.
Det går bra, jag visste heller inte. Okay, so as you know, Alexander Rybak had a comeback in 2018 with the song "That's How You Write a Song." And do you know which place it ended up with?
Who?
Tom?
15th?
Yeah. And that was the last question, actually.
Oh, last question.
Yeah.
Fred, how do you feel? Fred,
What?
how are you? How are you?
I'm good.
Fred,
Yeah.
I think, you did good in this quiz. Very good.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I think
Where's
Fred
that last one?
winner.
The last
I
one,
think
what's that?
Fred won.
Yeah.
The last
You
one
did?
was what place Rybak ended in 2018.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
18?
So who won?
Wait.
Fred.
Yeah.
Fred.
Fred.
music now.
Exciting music.
I don't even remember. We should have been like taking score.
Yeah,
It's actually a tie. Like, really?
Hey!
Ah,
Okay, sing off.
Rock, paper, scissors.
that's good because we like when there's only winners and no losers. So we are all winners today.
We're all winners. Woo.
Now, guys, like we mentioned earlier, you have the album, the first ever debut album from you guys coming out on Friday the 15th on all streaming platforms.
Yes.
I want to talk about what we're going to expect because I know with Black Leather, you have a collaboration with, there's throating on that song. I didn't even know what that was. I did a little bit of research and I was just like, wow, like you are really bringing these cultures to the mainstream for us. Like, what else can we expect?
Alexandra, do you want to say something about it?
Oh, sure. Yeah, well, last year was the year of Indigenous languages. So we wanted to have half of the album as collaborations with other Indigenous artists, like a way of showing the other beautiful cultures that are out there and to include them in our pop music. So we have a collaboration with Maoris, so an Aboriginal artist, Electric Fields, you probably know.
Yep.
Yeah. And Charlotte Kamanik, the throat singer on Black Leather, and Dresus, who is a Native American, isn't he? Yeah.
That is.
Yeah. So yeah, we've been traveling around and working with this album, and we're really excited to show people how it turned out.
Yeah, with the throat, she's called Charlotte, right?
Yep.
And
Yeah. Can you tell about Charlotte, Fred?
Charlotte?
Yeah.
Yeah, Charlotte is a girl I met in an indigenous festival in the northern part of Norway in 2017. And she is KEiiNO, a so-called Eskimo. And yeah, she throat sings. And yeah, she's from Canada. KEiiNO, from Ottawa. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we can also sorry. And also she's, you can go on our YouTube channel and there's a little video about, and also on our Facebook page, where you can see a bit of the recording of Black Leather. And also she talks about like what throat singing has been used for and by in the historical. And it's really interesting. And it was so like really powerful being in the studio and hearing her singing was really amazing.
It was so cool. Like I didn't know what to expect, but it was like this. Yeah, it was really cool.
It's blended so well on Black Leather that I didn't even know that's what I was listening to. Like that's how well you guys are doing this. It's like, what? Really? And I did see that video that you were talking about, Tom. It's like in New York, and you meet Fred meets Charlotte, and he finds out that he's like a percentage Inuit. Like they share the same like heritage. Yeah. That's pretty cool that you guys have that.
Yeah, I think that was one of the reasons why, or it really made us want to collaborate with an Inuk artist, because Fred is it 8% Inuk? You're Fred? How much was it?
8.5%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was really cool.
I saw that you're like 20% Irish. Like, are we cousins or something?
Yeah, we had to be.
Did you ever follow that up?
No, I think someone's grandmother got naughty at some point. I'm just kidding. But no, actually, I just left it. I was like, nah, I don't want to go there. It's just a cool fact.
It is cool. And Alesia, you did the MyHeritage tests as well. Like, what did you find out?
Well, I found like a distant cousin. Well, not even a distant cousin. I should say I found one of my like immediate like first cousins, I guess had a son somewhere. So that was sort of an interesting thing of like, oh, hey, I think like we're related. And then the guy was like, yeah, I don't know my dad. I was like, oh, bye, I'm sorry, like maybe this was like wrong, like ignore me now. But it was really cool. I think with Eurovision last year being sponsored by MyHeritage, all the participants doing it, it was sort of a cool thing. And I think even being in Israel and you know, they have like the whole birthright trip for folks who are Jewish or have like Israeli Jewish ancestry to like go back there. So it was actually kind of, I think, a cool tie. And then some like participants were finding out that they had been like related to each other and like past participants and stuff. So it was really cool. But I'm not related to any participants of Eurovision, but I did find out I have like probably the bulk of anything European was from the UK. So I guess I gotta be a UK fan.
Yeah.
Nice.
Tom, did you do any tests? What did you find out?
Well, we actually, both me and Alexandra are related to Elisabeth Andreasson, Bettan, that won for Norway in 1986. So we have some share some Eurovision genes, and that was really fun. So yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever done anything like that? Any heritage research? Adele, have you ever done anything like researching? Like,
I thought you said no, I haven't. So, yeah, it's Norwegian, half Norwegian, half Lithuanian.
That's cool. Half Lithuanian.
Yeah,
Love that fact. I'm gonna take it over to the chat now before we wrap things up with you guys. So, if you have any questions in the chat for KEiiNO, send them to us now. I know that we have a few from Instagram. When I say a few, I mean a lot. So I'm going to try to choose some. So we had a lot of people asking you guys, would you ever consider doing a Melody Grand Prix Eurovision again?
Alexandra?
Tom? I'm just kidding. No, I mean, I love Melody Grand Prix. If I had the chance, I would be there every year. I don't know if I'm allowed by NRK, but I am such a Melody Grand Prix fan, so never say never. I mean, dreams are meant to be worked hard for, so of course, that would be amazing to be there again, but who knows? Now we have an album coming out. That is our main focus now.
I think the more like if we're gonna do it again, it has to be because we write a song that we feel okay, this is worthy of going to the top, because we won't be coming back to Melody Grand Prix just because we want to come back to Melody Grand Prix. We had such an amazing experience, but we didn't win, so there's still something left there. But yeah, that's not the focus right now. Now, of course, we have a lot of nice songs that we want to hopefully be able to perform live for some audience as well after a while.
Yeah, I mean, I miss touring so much. We got to get on that stage soon.
I know.
Yeah.
This is like my own personal question. Are you going to go like on tours internationally? Like, because you have a fan base, guys. They are there and they want to see you.
I know we were in Australia, right? In October, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we
were supposed to.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Tom. Go ahead. Go
no,
ahead.
we were supposed to. We had a lot of plans for this year. We're supposed to. Yeah. We had a lot of gigs already this summer, and we're supposed to do like a little promo tour all over Europe. But now we're not allowed to travel anywhere. And but of course, whenever we have the possibility, we wanna go on tour again.
Yeah.
And I mean, we haven't seen each other in such a long time. It's crazy. I feel like I miss like a piece of my heart. But we are gonna meet later this week because we are gonna have an online concert, actually, when the album is released. So
On
at
Friday.
7 o'clock Norwegian time this Friday, we're gonna see each other again and perform the album songs live.
No
That's
way.
gonna be cool! Yay! So I'm so
Where-
excited. I'm gonna cry
where
when I
do
see
you
the guys
watch
again.
Tell us
It will be aired both on Facebook and on YouTube. Yeah, it's going to be really, really cool, and especially because we're going to perform some of the new songs live for the first time. Yeah, it's going to be, and we're going to. So everybody has to have to tune in. There's also going to be some behind the scenes footage that's never been seen before. So I think for everybody that loves Eurovision and are interested in knowing a bit more about the songs and more about us, I think it's worth the 45 minutes show.
Yay!
a lot of people will be there for sure.
Good.
Hope so too.
So what's the we can get it on your personal, the KEiiNO YouTube channel?
Yes, KEiiNO YouTube channel and KEiiNO and the Facebook like the KEiiNO page. And also there will also be a dedicated web page as well. So yeah, we're streaming 3 places.
Yes. And that is this Friday, everyone. Do not forget.
Yeah.
So I've seen in the chat there has been a lot of Irish people and they're saying, please do a gig in Ireland. I mean,
We'd love to.
Yes, sure. Of course.
come on, Ireland. Let me just scroll through again and see. Have you got any personal favorites from the songs that we haven't heard on the album? What are your personal favorites? What should we look forward to?
I'm really, really excited about Bed with a Wolf. So excited about that one. Yeah.
Right, Fred, any favorite of the songs that the audience haven't heard yet from the album?
Ooh, I would love to say the song with the Sami rap in it. The first song, maybe.
Ooh.
Don't you remember what it's called?
Yes. Yeah.
It's
But,
it's called yeah.
Yeah.
You're allowed to tell
Take
it.
me home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take me home.
So Take Me Home, Bed with a Wolf. the themes here. Oh no.
Good.
We see what you're doing. Okay.
Black leather.
Yeah.
You guys, we're all here for it. Now let's have a little look and see on the chat before we finish up, guys. Send in your questions. 2019 favorites, guys, from Eurovision. Which songs stood out for you?
Ooh, it was a lot of good songs that year. It's difficult, but I mean, Soldi was really good. And I also liked Duncan a lot, both because he's such an amazing human being and his song was amazing. He's an amazing artist. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Soldier was my favorite as well. Which one was yours, Fred?
My hip hop heartbeats for a Soldi, I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah.
So unison.
Yeah.
I have someone here that saw you guys in Sydney.
Hey.
Oh.
Such a partner.
Hey.
So excited for the new album. Thank you for coming to Australia. That's Casey Carter.
Yeah, that tour was amazing. It was so cool, selling out concerts and having so many people singing along to like all our songs. That was really, really cool. So yeah, hope they show up when we get back.
Yes.
See you there, Casey. And I remember a question from Instagram. It was about the collaboration with Electric Fields. Like, can you tell us about the process? How did that happen? Because that was a match made in heaven.
It was actually when in Tel Aviv, we were talking about like our idea for the album with some of the people from the Australian delegation, and I think it was the head of delegation that said that, oh yeah, we should really definitely try to do a collaboration with Electric Fields, and then we checked out their music, and it was like, okay, this is so cool. I love the 2000 whatever song. So we actually just got in touch via Instagram, I think, and I just started mailing, and we found a date that was that we both were able to work, and then we had 4 hours in the studio. We started on 2 songs, and this was the last one. We just like started jamming along, and then we continued working on it, and in Norway, sent it over to Australia, and they did some work on it and sent it back. So it's really like this long distance collaboration, but it really, really worked in the end. So I'm very happy about it.
It worked so well. Such a good song. There's a question here for Adele, actually, about you guys. How did it feel, Adele, being Norwegian and seeing how loved your country's entry was last year?
Oh my God. Like, I don't know. Norway had some years where there were like a lot of ballads, like from 2013, 14, 15. And I personally am not a fan of ballads. So when like KEiiNO came and did this amazing song and getting like so much love from the whole Europe, is amazing, and I feel so proud of the culture, and it's amazing. I got really, really happy. I think you deserved it, definitely.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I have a few more questions before we finish up, you guys. We talked about that. We mentioned about the name of the album comes from Sami language already. A lot about electric fields. Would they consider Eurovision again? We talked about this before we came on live, but people are asking, how are you filling your time? Like, they were like, are they okay? How are they filling time? Like, are they good? Are they safe? So yeah, what have you been doing?
Alexandra, what have
No, you go ahead. You go ahead. You have been doing more than me, I think.
Yes, I was stuck 6 weeks in Copenhagen because my husband is does his master's in psychology there, and I was in Copenhagen when they shut down, like when they closed the border, and that meant that I had to be there. Or if I went back to Norway, I wouldn't be able to come back to Copenhagen. So it was kind of this in limbo situation. But it wasn't too bad, of course. Although the first 2 weeks, I think I had a little breakdown because I felt what's going to happen now. We have so many plans. We have so many work hours, so much money invested in our album, and now we're not able to perform and go on tour, and you see all the gigs are getting cancelled, and it was really it was hard. But then eating a lot, drinking a lot, then suddenly like kind of the mood has been was lifted, and now it's more like, okay, we just have to be creative. We need to find new ways on how to reach our fans, and of course we've been writing music, so I'm much more. I think this is going to be some good years to follow for KEiiNO.
Yeah, me too. Of course, like at first it was kind of like a punch in the face. You know, you go from like traveling all the time, and we were so excited about all the plans that we had, the album coming out and everything, and then all of a sudden everything stops. So it was weird, it was sad, but I've been writing music and we've been talking to each other every day. I mean, we're a family, so we have each other no matter what. But it's going to be good to see that the situation normalizes a bit and that we get to meet each other again and sing. I mean, my voice is not where it was. I have to sing like every day to get back where it was. Now I have been like silent for some time and it's horrible. So I'm really, really excited to see how it turns out on Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that day when I heard about the lockdown. I just had to go to the forest and I was there for like 2 weeks to heal my soul after that message.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in, like adjusting your routine, adjusting your plans and everything like that. But thank God for technology. That's all I'm saying.
Definitely. And also, like, I think, and we're in a lucky we're lucky. Like we're fortunate of being in Norway or being in the Western world. So just hoping and praying that people around the world will actually be able to come out of this like alive and happy. And I'm not only talking about the people being ill from COVID-19, but of course, like it affects so much, this lockdown situation, and I'm just hoping that it will still soon, it will soon be lifted, because I know a lot of people that are struggling. If you're alone and if you're stuck somewhere and if you don't see any positive things in the future, that can be really hard mentally. And so I think it's very important now just to stay together and think about and give a lot of love to the people around you.
And play Octa in the background, because it's going to make you happy.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, for the plug. Yes, absolutely. But you guys, thank you so much for coming on and hanging out with us. It's been amazing. And
it was good talking to people again.
People.
Who are people?
It's been thank you very much for having us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
The album coming out on Friday the 15th. And we
Friday
also
the 15th.
a live concert on Facebook, on YouTube. There'll be a site for it. We will promote it on our story so that you guys don't miss it in the chat. And good luck with everything, and thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, and have a nice day.
Everyone in the chat, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Yay, bye.
Bye.